Hey everyone, I recently learned from experience some persuasion techniques. This was one of my big resolutions for 2019 was to make mistakes and learn what works and what doesn't when I'm trying to persuade people with various things. So I needed to send my computer to for warranty service. It's still under the warranty, and obviously I need to back up a few things. I backed up the important source files, and that would allow me to recover everything. But there were many large executables that would be just really inconvenient for me to recompile and to download things. And I was just hoping that nothing would have to be erased. I mean, but I was okay if it had to be. Anyway, so I copied the stuff I needed to onto a flash drive. I don't have a flash drive large enough to copy everything, and also it would just take a very long time. And I sent the computer off, and a couple days later, I get an email asking if it would be okay if they erased the hard drive, and I didn't think it would be necessary. It seemed like the computer simply had hardware issues. And I asked them, well, what's the problem? And I said, it would be really inconvenient if you guys did that. I would hope there's another way around this problem. And then I asked him if he could back up the files that I had in a certain folder. And he couldn't do that. He could only back up files in whatever folder. It was like I cannot understand why. Well, now I do, but at the time I couldn't understand why. He had offered to back up files in a certain folder, but not elsewhere. And he wouldn't budge on that. I mean, this is a guy who knows how to fix all sorts of software and hardware problems, and he wouldn't budge on which folder he would copy files from. But I can understand why. I find a lot of times when you start to budge on things, you often have to sacrifice other things. So every time I'm doing one of these odd gigs on Craigslist that I like to do, every time I sacrifice something, people start to expect more of it. I do a lot of private tutoring on Craigslist. I have a hard time with ending my sessions on time. To the point where some people actually complain about the sessions not being ending on time because they have other things to do and I made them late for other things. My big problem is I don't like to watch the clock when I'm doing tutoring. I find it to be very distracting. And so when I do look at the clock, it's often already 15-30 minutes, sometimes an hour over time. Out of a 2-hour session, it might be an hour over sometimes when I look at the clock. I don't like to watch the clock. I just feel it distracts from the spirit of the tutoring, and a lot of times I used to naively believe that I got to work harder to hopefully to get a better price next time. You know, when we go for, right now I'm recording this in May. When we go to the summer semester, I hope to raise the price $10 or maybe even 20. And sometimes I feel by going a little over, I make a good impression. It doesn't often turn out though. What often does turn out is that the over becomes normal, and the normal time becomes, oh my god, Andrew's being lazy. Oftentimes it becomes like that. Which is bad because sometimes I actually do need to go on time, and it hasn't worked out too well. You know, the guy who was fixing my computer, had he offered to back up files from another folder, maybe next time I'll ask him for other favors. You know, heck, maybe next time I'll ask him to upgrade my computer for me, or I don't know. I think he was trying to head that off before it went in that direction. What else has been going on recently? I've been very pleased that I've been asking for things that are owed to me a little bit better than I have in the past. So I had a client who, I was tutoring her son, and she was away on business for quite some time. And when she finally came back and paid me, I don't know what happened, but she had underpaid by one session. She miscounted or something like that. In the past, I would get so tensed up. Actually, that time I also got very tensed up. I almost wanted to drop the matter. It was out of 5 sessions, she paid for 4, and I almost wanted to just forget about it. And I got halfway home from their home, and I was like, no, I can't do that. And I texted them and say, hey, did I miscount? Did we do tutoring on this day? And I listed out the dates. And I just left it at that. I didn't say you shorted me. I just said that, did we do tutoring on these days? Just to see what their response was. And she said, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. And I'm so pleased though. In the past I would have just written off that $70, but that time I didn't for some reason. I'm just really pleased that, I can actually speak up. It was an eye-opener for me. In the past I used to think I couldn't speak up for stuff like that. At my regular job, we had a little bit of a misunderstanding about what my schedule, and it caused me a little bit of a conflict because I had scheduled other things, and I actually put off going home to my family because of it, and I wasn't very happy. And I just sent an email, and I sent my manager an email saying that, I actually have family on the East Coast. I would hope in the future we could make things a little bit clearer because I actually do get along with my parents very well, and I like to see them from time to time. And it turned out very well. In the past, I would have just written it off, And when I write these things off, they often, people don't realize, and they keep going the way they're going, not realizing anything's amiss. And I'm really pleased I spoke up those 2 times, even though they weren't very major things, but they headed off other major problems going down the road. Anyways, thanks for watching.